if you score from
Today
there,
we're
it's
playing
an
Poppy
absolute
Playtime.
saying, hands up, well
But
done.
they're happy allowing them to shoot
But
from
that's
there, aren't
exactly
they?
what they want to do, because that's not the way they're set up. They're very organised. Again, this is Koundé. I really like this, what he does though. That overlap and just creating a little bit of space. But again, I just feel like they're moving it a bit too slow. Comes out here, really good ball from Dembele, and then Mbappe just gets nudged at the vital moment there. Well, that's what we talked about, and Thomas mentioned that. The water crosses, if you do crosses earlier, then you can't get set.
You can see how much minutes it is from the video.
If you're going to shoot it from there, you back in your keeper to be saving it from there. And I just think it's a perfect defensive performance.
Yeah, because I think if you get the ball in the box, that causes more stress and you have to focus even more than just the passing. Whenever it's in front of you, it's easier to sort of follow the ball and move. But if they fly in high from either side, that causes more stress and it's more difficult to do it over 90 minutes. But of course, it's not the French way of doing things. And that's either, as you said, they have to remain patient. Eventually, they get a chance. If they remain too patient, I wouldn't be concerned.
Okay, a second half on the way. Of course, tomorrow England face Mexico at the Azteca Stadium. Then all that talk yesterday about what time the kickoff would be. It will go ahead at the original time of 6 p.m. local, 1 a.m. UK. We can hear from Thomas Tuchel, who sat down with Kelly Summers, and this was filmed before all the kickoff hoo-ha.
Thomas, you've had a few days now to calm down. Have you managed to look back on how England got through that?
Still deserved, still quite a ride. Took us a while to go through it. Still, I think the attitude and the response and the will to overcome obstacles was one of a kind. Still, we can do things better. We didn't get the press right in the first 20 minutes. That caused us a lot of problems. Overall, we created a lot, but we can defend a bit more patient. We can save a bit of energy in defending because we're fully committed and we're fully invested, but we need to be more in sync in our press. We need to choose the moments better, but at the same time, we don't allow a lot of chances. We create a lot of chances in the last match. So we're in a good place, and the next step is to come and follow.
It wouldn't be an interview with us sitting down if I didn't ask you about right back. How's Jarrell Kwanzaa getting on in his race to be fit, and does it look like he's going to be available with James?
I will not tell you this time, but it looks good.
Does it look like you're going to have more options than maybe?
Yeah, we have a lot of options.
It's going to be a very different test for you. Let's talk about the altitude. We described it as a disadvantage. What are you doing to ensure you level the playing field as much as you can?
We can't. We just accept the disadvantage.
No,
We
it's
10 to
beyond
12 days
there
to
somewhere.
get used to it, which we don't have in a 3-day turnaround. So we need to travel as late as possible. That's the recommendation. Reports from other players, from other teams say that the first 20 minutes are crucial. You will feel out of breath. The ball flies longer in the air, so it's different timing to headers, different timing to passes.
How will it affect the style of play that we see from England? Will England
Let's
have
see.
to, will you have to accept having less of the ball? Will you
Let's see. Hopefully we are good enough on the ball and a bit better and a bit calmer, with a bit more rhythm. And like I said, we have to pick our moments for the press more carefully, not only because of altitude and heat, but also because of how we play. We're overcommitted and we end up disjointed. And it costs us energy and it costs us belief. And we will do better, clearly better. We are prepared for that. So a lot of obstacles and a lot of things to overcome. It's a difficult one, but
Well, you have the choice. You can stay up or catch up to watch Mexico against England. Live coverage starts on BBC One, iPlayer and 5 Live from midnight on Sunday. Highlights are on iPlayer as well. BBC Two then has a full rerun Monday morning, 7:10. Then in the evening, Portugal against Spain is live from 7:30, again on One and iPlayer. Wimbledon back tomorrow at 11 o'clock on iPlayer and BBC Two. And we've also got England's women in the T20 World Cup final against Australia. That's on Sounds and Sports Extra tomorrow afternoon from 3 o'clock.
Shout out to the Dream Team. your top tier squad of Comedy All-Stars.
I have it at the volume 2, so it could be first.
Nervous.
Because I don't have that thing where it shows you and like
This
game.
World Cup, select your comedy dream team on BBC iPlayer.
You said so like I'm about the money. He doesn't understand that this is the only chance I have that week. And do you have any
Oh, I
relationship
thought
with
it
the
was time
son?
to tell one.
Does the British countryside speak to you? What does it say?
Like that the idea.
I believe in marriage, which is why I've done it 5 times.
I lost my voice for quite a while.
Genuinely, I don't know how I handled some things that I've experienced about music.
I'm going to use the cheap waste test
What's
first.
this and much more from Louis on BBC iPlayer.
My cheap waste test.
Been a frustrating first half for the French, but we can show you Didier Deschamps getting quite irate at times with the fourth official and the treatment of some of his players. The second half will be on the way surely. And look, Joe, they have so many options on the bench, so many other attacking talent, but it's not necessarily about the individuals at the moment, is it?
No, they're very similar, the guys that are coming on. And like I say, that French team will believe. I know it's easy for us to get carried away in Paraguay having a good half and Deschamps getting frustrated, but I still believe they're going to have more than enough in the second half. I think they've just got to stick to the plan. There'll be a few things that they can tweak, and he showed that, like I say, against Senegal, but there's so much talent in this team. There's so much talent on that pitch. I think they'll have
I
enough.
think just need to move the ball quicker from the
Yeah.
Joe. I mean,
Yeah.
the clip you showed with Mbappe before with Elise, everything was just a little bit too slow, allow them to fall into shape a little bit too quickly. Just need a little bit of oomph. I don't know. But one player I really like is Akliouche. He's at Monaco. He's a player who can get between the lines and get on the ball and thread a ball. And yes, he's not going to be the first option for France, but he's someone who I believe could make a difference in this team.
Yeah, they've got Cherky, they've got Akliouche, they've got Doué, I mean, they've got
My name's
Mateta as
John
well,
Cena.
but a different type of striker. But could you go even more attacking and take someone off
My name's
further
John
back,
Cena.
given the 5-4-1 of the opposition?
That's
Is that
good
too
one.
much of a risk at this stage?
I don't think so, because even though Paraguay, when they get the ball, they run forward and they're trying to do as much as possible, but I would take more risk. You know, they're still in this 4-2-3-1 shape. At least, you know, sacrifice one of the two midfielders, go forward. Getting more bodies in the box that way, or one of the fullbacks push on a bit further, because that way it's a bit static, and when they move the ball slowly, they're not really getting that success.
But moving it quickly, the other thing we need to take into account, I suppose, is the heat and the temperature. And that might affect how
I think
quickly.
Paraguay will retire definitely in that second half. I feel as though Thomas is right. Maybe he could lose one of your midfielders, but the only thing is, if you watch France, they set when Paraguay do try counter-attack, and that's one thing that you don't want to lose. Yes, I think the game is going to stretch, as it always does in that second half. But I think the tactical shape of France when they lose the ball is very good, so you don't want to lose that also.
I've just been told as well that the temperature in the stadium has gone up from 38 to 39. That means, Joe,
That is very hot.
thank you very much.
Matches your shirt, Chapman.
And back to Stephen Waller. Stephen.
Thank you very much, Mark. They're not going to be cheery, I'll tell you. It is, in old money, I think 103 Fahrenheit at the moment, 39 degrees centigrade, and it's France 0, Paraguay 0. So if you are watching the World Cup matches live or enjoying the highlights on the BBC iPlayer, don't forget you need a TV
Yo,
license.
Huggy.
Scan the QR
Look.
code on screen now to buy.
I'm escaping you.
Well, no change in personnel. France have to find a way. Best
Bye-bye,
sides
Huggy.
generally do, and they are certainly amongst the best sides. But it's Paraguay who'll get us off and running in the second half.
Yo, no dying. No dying, yo.
The longer it stays like this, the happier Paraguay will be. Off we go. Ball downfield, one here by Rabiot ahead of Gomez. Into Meccano, it took a real deflection, almost fell away offence to say.
Has no idea.
As the studio was saying, so many options.
Hi.
Including Sonny Emery, we haven't seen. I mean, he's got an unbelievable engine. We haven't seen him yet in the tournament.
How incredible, isn't it, that they can't even get him into the team?
Played a mini.
Okay, what's that?
Absolutely stacked, isn't it?
10 minutes.